it's words. Like, I'm speechless. Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth? No, because I can't say any words because I am so speechless. But how great of a show this is. Okay, yeah, Michaela Coel. She is the showrunner, creator, boss ass, independent bee of I May Destroy You. And it is a show about her retelling of her sexual assault, which did happen to her, but the characters and like events following is like fiction. Why is it so great? Well, for many reasons, starting with the way that it is shot. Cinematically speaking, like it kind of is like a literal like show and tell of what's happening in the main character, Arabella, her head. Like, it's very sporadic at sometimes it's slow. The first episode I felt was like kind of a cluster word. It was kind of like a lot to take in, and that is literally how it went for Arabella. Some slight spoilers, but not entire spoilers, because I really want a lot of people to watch this show. So Arabella is a Twitter famous writer who is working on a book right now with a publishing company. She lives in London and recently came back from Italy to like reignite her writing passions. And I wish I could go to Italy to like figure out how to write. I've had writer's block for so long now, but I ain't taking a plane to Italy to rediscover myself, but whatever. So she's going to Italy, and she went to Italy, and she came back, and she's on a deadline and is trying to write right now. And her night pretty much goes as like she's writing. It takes a long time. Friend hits her up. I'm still trying to get the relation like between her and the guy that she went out with. I think that's her friend, pretty sure, but anyways, hits her up. They go to a bar and take several shots, do a little drugs, and she's pretty much wasted beyond belief. And she goes to the bathroom, and this part is like fuzzy because her memory's so fuzzy because it shows how like she survived the sexual assault that happens to her. She gets sexually assaulted. We don't see that on camera, but like the aftermath, she gets this like cut on her head, and that's what I noticed the most in the trailer, like the gash that she got on her head. Like, how did that get there? We don't even know. We do see her stumbling out of the bar place afterwards, but then we just wake up with her the next morning, and we really feel like we're with this character. We're in her head, we're seeing what she sees, and we know as much as she knows, and she's still figuring out everything that happened because sexual assault is traumatic and scary, and sometimes the details are fuzzy and you don't actually remember. Like in those like cop procedural dramas, like I feel like those are not the best portrayed when it comes to sexual assault, especially like with Law and Order and everything. Like they could identify the guy like right there. It's that guy right over there. Like, I know it. And it's just not as simple for the victim. So yeah, everything's hazy, and that was kind of the first episode, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm intrigued. And then it continues, it gets even deeper. We see other people in her life really affected by this. Another one of her close friends is also sexually assaulted, and it gives a holistic look on it. Like, sorry, you're probably gonna know who this is at this point, but he was assaulted, and like he knows who his attacker is because he wasn't like drugged or anything, but he doesn't know like his name, or because it was like a hookup type thing, and it just went terribly wrong. And it was fast, like seeing it happen, and it shows it in graphic detail, and this show shows sex in graphic detail, and it's really important to see that and to see other people's experiences and different types of assault, because a lot of people just feel like it's just like you're drugged at a club, or I don't know, you're taken into an alleyway and then forced on like a wall in like a back alley. Trigger warning. And like, yes, those things do happen, but sometimes you're in a very comfortable setting. You're in someone's house, you're in someone's car, and it's a matter of like, it's basically without consent. Like, that is the thing that makes it assault. That's what makes it rape, and that's all it needs. That's all it has. Like, whether they do it in like a club or like on someone's bed, like, it doesn't matter. Like, assault is assault, rape is rape, and they're all terrible and bad and traumatic, and people handle it in different ways. Like, Arabella is with her two best friends for the majority of the series, and they are helping her cope in ways of like doing self-care practices. Arabella goes to therapy and things like that. And I'm not done with the show yet. I don't know if it's done or how many episodes it'll have, but the part where I'm at now, like, she's talking about it on social media a lot, like a lot, and like, it's consuming her time and her brain. And that's how I kind of felt in the beginning of the resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement. Not to the extent, because I don't really have that much clout, y'all, but follow me on Instagram. Still though, like, it was a interesting look, because social media could be a blessing and a curse. And the way that Arabella used it was for good, to, you know, advocate and speak out against injustice, but it consumed her to the point where she wasn't even taking care of herself. So like, there's a fine line between being on social media and advocating for, say, the things that you're going through right now versus like actually actively dealing with them. So she battles that as well. And just Michaela Coel as an actress, I have seen her since she's began Chewing Gum, which is a British comedy on Netflix. That was the show in which the sexual assault that she went through happened while she was writing for that show, and she basically turned that experience into this amazing show, which is like, that just shows the power of writing, y'all. So many intersections and microaggressions of like race and gender involved, and like, it was like her show, it was like her thing. And like, now she's in complete control of this show, even turned down $1 million from Netflix to have the rights to the show. And she's just learned a lot and is shown a lot of growth, I feel like. And I was upset when Chewing Gum, like, it ended on season 2. Chewing Gum was an interesting series, to say the least. Check that out. I'm not really gonna get into detail, I feel like it's a whole other video, but check that out if you can. And basically, I realized that, like, as a creator, you grow with some things until you can't grow with it anymore, until you outgrow them. And she outgrew that, and that's completely okay. If you're a creator and you have something that was like your baby child, you're cradling it in your arms, you've seen it grow from like this thing on paper to like this brand new idea, and then you're just like, I'm over this. You know, why am I doing this? Am I doing this for my audience, which is something you should keep in mind, or am I doing this for me and my audience? And like, when the passion's not there, it can be shown. So like, you know, totally understand why she dropped Chewing Gum. This is so much better, in my opinion. I made this for you. It's on HBO. I watch it through HBO. It's definitely the show to watch this summer, especially when you're sort of kind of quarantined or whatever. It's really hot currently, and I am sweating like is this eyeshadow or sweat? I don't know, but bottom line, it's a really great show. It's like thrilling and mysterious and funny and disturbing in all the right ways. Michaela Coel is probably like my Issa Rae level of like who I want to be, and yeah, like, she's great. I can't wait to see how much more this show progresses and more of her work and her content. And one day I hope to join her in the ranks. So yeah. Woof. Alright, I am tuckered out from talking, y'all. Like, my lips are numb knees weak, arms spaghetti, mom spaghetti. Speaking of mom, I got my dinner is ready and I'm about to eat. So peace out. That didn't rhyme. I'm not a rapper, y'all. Not a rapper. Bye.